This lesson is about complementary and supplementary angles, and it's by me, Ashley Lee. The basics are these vocab words, which is complementary, supplementary, adjacent, and straight. Complementary are any angles that add up to 90 degrees. Supplementary are any angles that add up to 180 degrees. Adjacent is a right angle, and straight is if an adjacent forms, it'll be a straight angle. So another word for that is that straight coincides with supplementary, and we know that supplementary are any angles that add up to 180 degrees. And we know that 180 degrees is a straight line. So that's what the vocab term is. It's just a straight line. And we need to know these vocab words to make the following process more easier. I have two examples, but this first one here is about complementary angles. There aren't specific steps for this, but it will be easier to solve the further process and like different problems and examples if we know how to identify the letters, which is like A, B, E, and the number degree, which is like 70 degrees, for example, or 20 degrees, or 55 degrees. So this first example is angles ABE. ABE is 70 degrees, and we can tell because it obviously is bigger than this small acute angle here. Angle DBA is 20 degrees. So if you add 70 degrees plus 20 degrees together, it will add up to be 90 degrees, which is why this example is perfect for complementary angles. Another one that would be good to represent these complementary angles could be a big angle ABE at 60 degrees and DBA as 30 degrees. This 60 plus 30 will add up to 90 degrees as well. Angle DB and BE are perpendicular for each other. They are next to each other. Oh, and also I put D as pink, a different color than these other points and lines, to differentiate the two angles easier. Because if you have them the all same color, it will be harder to tell which angle is which. So if you put a different color, it'll be more simple to solve the problem and get your answer. Okay, so the next example is about supplementary angles. As I said in the second slide, supplementary are any angles that add up to 180 degrees. This is a straight line. That was another vocab. Straight angle is 180 degrees. Angle ABD is 55 degrees. Angle DBE is 125 degrees. These two added together equals 180 degrees, which is why this is a perfect example for supplementary angles as well. Also, angle ABD, and DBE are adjacent, and we know that this is adjacent because they are using the same line here. If they weren't using the same line, but that wouldn't be the case, it wouldn't be adjacent. But they are using the same line, which is D here, which is why I put in pink to differentiate this 55 degrees and 125 degrees here. So these two angles, ABD and DBE, are adjacent because they're using the same line. AB is using it for D. DBE, 125 degree angle, is using this D as well. So supplementary are just any angles that add up to 180 degrees. It could be different numbers, but it just has to be two numbers that add up to 180 degrees, because that is what supplementary angles are. A review on this lesson is that complementary angles are any angles that add up to 90 degrees. It could be a right angle too. Supplementary angles could be a straight angle too, which I showed you in the second example. 180 degrees is a straight line. and it needs to add it to 180 degrees. Okay, so these are what complementary angles and supplementary angles are. And I have two vocab words, adjacent and straight, that coincides with these two angles. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening.